Thank you very much, Mr. Brown. First statement for immediate release. CENTAL Hills Liberia 50 membership. Of course, on LCC to swiftly investigate corruption allegations. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the press, thank you for attending to our call. Your prompt responses to our invitations say a lot about our shared commitment and quest to promote good governance and a culture of transparency and accountability in Liberia. We deeply value your support and contributions to the work we do. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, we have read with great excitement that Liberia has joined the Fisheries Transparency Initiative on May 21, 2025, a global multi-stakeholder partnership aimed at enhancing transparency and participation in sustainable management of marine fisheries through the implementation of the FITI standard. The FITI standard is a global recognized framework that outlines specific transparency requirements for countries in the governance and management of marine fisheries. We applaud this effort by the government of Liberia through the National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority, NAFA, to promote the culture of transparency, especially within the fisheries sector. Liberia's membership to the initiative is a step in the right direction in promoting an equitable, inclusive, and transparent fisheries sector. Gone should be those days when policies, frameworks, agreements, processes, and reports with implications on the people in the state are shrouded in secrecy. Now is the time to nurture and value a culture of transparency across different government institutions and their services. We commend NAFA for maintaining an active website and a portal for online application for licenses. Nonetheless, we look forward to publication of more information regarding fisheries agreements, revenues and expenditure reports, and other key information on the sector. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, while we commend the government of Liberia for the recent transparency effort, we are mindful of the report recently released by the General Auditing Commission of the Compliance Audit of the Supplementary Payroll System of the Ministry of State for the period covering July 1, 2018 to March 31, 2024. The report underscores systemic issues in public financial management at the Ministry of State, to name a few: unauthorized supplementary payroll spending in the tune of over $3.5 million USD, payment of over $7.9 million USD, and Liberian dollars $964,766 without supporting documentation, and unauthorized severance payments to 647 laid-off employees. We note that the audit covers to a large extent the administration of former President George Weah and the previous ministers such as Nathaniel McGill, now Senator of Magibi County, and Wissam Blambo. Nonetheless, in addition to the many systemic issues raised by the audit linked to the current administration regarding payroll administration, the report indicates that the ministry under the current administration hired supplementary staff within 2 months of taking office without proper recruitment processes and paid the hires over $36,000 monthly from a consultancy borderline without verification or documentation. The report also noted the failure of the current administration to provide records or facilitate verification of these employees raising concerns about transparency and accountability. CENTAL sees this finding as disturbing, especially considering that the Ministry of State dismissed 3 senior officials in 2024 and made reports of payroll tampering. We wonder whether the ministry dismissed these officials for acts done prior to the Baka administration, or for those done during the Baka administration, or both. We believe that the answer to this dilemma will shed light on whether the Ministry of State is truly committed to fighting corruption and not saving face by targeting those who served the previous administration. Albeit, ladies and gentlemen, we urge the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission to take swift actions to investigate these allegations of corruption. We have reviewed the recent quarterly report of the LSCC, which indicates that investigations into payroll tampering is ongoing since it began on October 14, 2024. As it is nearly 8 months since the investigations began, we can only hope that it is completed in the soonest possible time. We note also that the LSCC has reported completion of investigation into the cases involving officials of the Liberian Telecommunications Authority, the LTA. CENTAL awaits the next course of action by the LSCC. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, we have read the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission's letter requesting full cooperation from members of the House of Representatives as part of investigations into bribery allegations during proceedings that led to the resignation of Honorable Chief Afikofa, Speaker of the House of Representatives. The action on the part of the LCC comes on the back of 2 formal complaints filed on October 21, 2024 by Representatives Vito Collins of Babel County District number 2 and the Civil Society Working Group of Liberia on October 17, 2024. While we applaud the LCC for the decisive steps in the matter, we encourage the Commission to speed up its efforts in accepting the facts and bring the matter to a close. We implore the Commission to be as transparent as possible with findings from the investigation so as to allay public speculations and uncertainties, especially due to the criticality of the allegations. In conclusion, we call on President Joseph N. Boakai to do the needful while acting swiftly on recommendations contained in the other reports if systemic issues must be addressed. We also reiterate our call for the LCC to speedily investigate those associated with findings contained in the audit report, as well as those connected to the House bribery allegations. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen of the press. Now is your turn to ask your questions. Program manager is pretty seated and waiting your questions. So if you have, you can raise your hand and you'll be recognized. It seems as though it's very clear. So thank you very much for coming. We'll see you next time.